You buried them. You watched dirt fall. You heard the sound change when it hit wood. You waited until the movement stopped, and then you left. You call that closure. You call that healthy. You call that respect. But closure is not natural. It is an agreement. And agreements only work if both sides accept them. There are places where burial was never permission to disappear, where silence from the grave is not peace, it is absence. And absence is dangerous. In the highlands of Madagascar, there is a ritual where families reopen tombs years after burial. They return to ancestors they never believed were finished. They open stone chambers sealed for years, sometimes decades. They do not whisper. They do not hesitate. They reach in. They lift out what remains. Bones wrapped in cloth. Names wrapped in memory. They dress the dead again, carry them again, expose them to sunlight again. And then, without apology, they dance. Not to honor, not to remember, not to explain, but because something fails when they don't. This ritual is called Famadihana. It means the turning of the bones. Famadihana is a real cultural practice that has existed in Madagascar for centuries. It is not symbolic theater. It is a scheduled family obligation, often held every 5 to 7 years. If this unsettles you, do not correct yourself. That reaction matters, because it is not about them. It is about how thin your separation from the dead actually is. The dead never left. Madagascar is an island, but it was never sealed. People arrived from many directions: Southeast Asia, East Africa, Arab trade routes, beliefs layered, languages fused. But beneath everything, one certainty survived intact. The dead do not leave. They reposition. They are called Razana, not symbols, not traditions, not metaphors. Specific people, named, recognized, still involved. Death does not weaken authority here. It condenses it. The dead interfere. Quietly, selectively. Rain arrives late. A child grows ill without explanation. A harvest fails unevenly. These are not mysteries. They are responses. The dead are not watching. They are participating. Within Malagasy belief, ancestors are not distant spirits. They are considered active members of the family, capable of influence, protection, and consequence. Ignoring them is not disbelief. It is negligence. The tomb. You visit graves because guilt demands a location. Here, tombs serve a different function. They are not places of grief. They are points of access. Stone mausoleums stand just beyond villages, not hidden, not isolated. They are part of the landscape, like wells, like roads. A person who dies does not immediately become fully dead. They change category, not gone, not present, something else. Their memory must be handled, maintained, returned to, or it decays. And decaying memory does not stay still. Famadihana is not remembrance, it is maintenance. The ceremony usually involves music, food, extended family gatherings, and the rewrapping of remains in fresh cloth before returning them to the tomb. Years before? Long before anyone touches stone, money is saved slowly. Cattle are sold. Debts are taken on without celebration. Some families wait, not because they want to, because they have to. Waiting is feared. New burial cloths are prepared, lamba mena, red shrouds woven to replace what no longer holds. Not decoration, replacement, because cloth rots, memory rots, and neglect compounds quietly. No one wants to be the family that waited too long. No one wants to learn what follows. Families believe that delaying the ritual can bring misfortune, illness, financial hardship, or unresolved conflict within the household. Opening. When the tomb opens, nothing dramatic happens. No gasp, no recoil. Children stand close enough to touch. Elders speak softly, precisely. Hands disappear into darkness. What comes out is not horror. It is fragility. Bones collapse inward when lifted. Cloth disintegrates when unwrapped. Time has softened everything. The dead do not look peaceful. They look unfinished. Old cloth is removed. New cloth replaces it. Slowly, names are spoken, not summarized, not corrected. Arguments return. Apologies complete themselves. Because unfinished things do not stay buried. No one here pretends they do. Nothing. The body is held, not lifted, not lowered. Nothing happens. No one speaks. Someone shifts their weight. Someone looks away. Someone breathes too loudly and stops. The body is still there. No music, no instruction. This lasts longer than it should. Movement. Music begins, not loudly. Movement follows. Careful, circular. The living do not dance around the dead. They move with them. This is not celebration, it is function. Movement keeps ancestors reachable, aligned, present. The body is never dropped, never spun. This is not possession, it is escort. Something is being returned. Time. Here, time stops behaving. Children meet ancestors they never knew. The dead witness lives they never finished watching. Generations overlap. Death does not end relationships, it rearranges them. This is why Famadihana survived bans, warnings, condemnation. Because stopping it would mean declaring the dead irrelevant. And irrelevance is more dangerous than illness. You are not separate. Famadihana still happens. Less often, sometimes quietly. But it does not stop. Because the dead were never passive. They were only ignored. History does not stay buried because it is finished. It stays buried because forgetting is efficient. In Madagascar, efficiency was never the priority. Responsibility was. The bones still turn. And the question they leave behind is not whether this ritual disturbs you. It is this. What did you promise the dead that you decided time would erase for you? And what makes you so certain they accepted that? This is the lost past,